But yeah, I thought like Ludwig and Hasan are friends or something. So let's see it. For anyone who doesn't know, Ludwig is a huge content creator on Twitch and YouTube. He used to be the most subbed Twitch content creator. Like what is it, like 4 years ago or whatever? And then he moved to YouTube, and then he like focused fully on YouTube, and now he's back like multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. And he's still one of the biggest content creators, and he does a lot of rants, a lot of reacts, a lot of discussions and stuff. But he's infamous for being a fence sitter, and I don't really mind him. I kind of like Ludwig. I don't think he's like the best guy ever. I just think he's okay. I think he's okay, and he cares about games. But yeah, from the fridge to the TV, Kaya will be free. Is that what the streets are saying? Because like Kaya is a fluffy dog. Like, how do you harm a dog? But especially, how do you harm Kaya, one of the cutest, fluffiest little pudgy dogs ever, man? She's such a sweetheart, man. Like, what the fuck? Is this true? Did he really shock his dog? Did he really shock his dog? I genuinely don't know. Yeah? Send me, PM me on Discord, Duality, everyone. If you have, like, any clips or anything, I have not seen anything except a couple of memes. I saw Hasan dressed up as Pikachu, and it was like a lightning shock. I saw Hasan dressed up as Emperor Palpatine, and he's doing unlimited power on Kaya. And that was it. Like, those, I've just seen some stupid-ass memes. I'm just seeing some stupid-ass memes. I have not seen the actual footage or anything. I genuinely haven't. Oh my god, Jack. Really? He abuses previous stuff? Send me that. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. Anyways, let's see why Ludwig is pissed off. Because, like, going back to it, Ludwig and Hasan, I thought were friends. I know for a fact that Hasan's girlfriend, Valkyrie, and Ludwig's girlfriend, Cutie Cinderella, they're friends. They're like best friends. And Cutie Cinderella is like best friends with Hasan or whatever. And so like apparently like the entire Hasan crowd is pissed off at him. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Let's see it.
Let's talk about some shocking news that has happened on Twitch.
Wait, is he already? Are they pissed off because he memed about Hasan shocking his dog? Is that why they're pissed? Is that why the Hasan crowd is pissed? Dude, by the way, I have clashed. PM it to me on Discord, Duality. I have clashed with the Hasan crowd. You see, I'm a Muslim who thinks that Hasan is bad for Twitch. I am a Muslim who thinks that extremist bullshit is bad. And that is too extreme for Hasan's best friends. And I say this openly. I don't give a fuck. They already hate me. And I'm actually Muslim. So, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're on. I've already gotten death threats from them and everything. They're insane, bro. They're insane. Yeah, exactly. Hasan openly, like, yeah, exactly. He openly supports terrorism and stuff like that, dude. He said, like, 9/11 was deserved. All kinds of crazy shit. Dude, it's fucking insane. And, like, I've talked about at length about, like, the downfall of Twitch being extremist bullshit on this platform for years. For years. So, yeah, like, I mean, this is wild, man. Like, but, like, I thought he was, like, always, like, a big fan of his. As in Ludwig.
Isn't Hasan. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, a lot of people don't
Is this a crash out?
About anything that isn't Hasan, right? It
yeah.
is. You're not allowed to talk about Emiru in Soul until you talk about Hasan first, okay? You have to have
Bro, this is actually exactly how it is on Twitter, bro. This is exactly how it is on Twitter. Like, dude, I remember when the news broke about Emiru, right? The entire sexual assault that happened to Emiru, which is a horrific situation. I covered it in detail. I'll link this in the video below if you're watching this on YouTube. And horrible situation. Emiru's an absolute sweetheart. No one deserves anything like that. But, especially not Emiru. And when it happened, and, like, people were talking about it, people were bringing up Hasan. I'm sorry, he didn't even go to TwitchCon. Why the fuck are people talking about him? It was insane. It was
your
unhinged.
appetizer before the entree. I don't know. I think a lot of people's lives
This is true.
live through the lens of Hasan.
I like this video already.
You can talk about something else afterward. Now, I wanted to talk about that because this comes from a video that I uploaded almost 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. 90210. I don't know if you saw, but I want Dan Clancy to be fired, bro. Yeah. This is the video I'm talking about that I'll be linking in the Discord. Not Discord, in the YouTube. I want Dan Clancy to be fired. So 90210. If you agree with that, or you want to hear about it, watch that video, share it with your friends, share it with any other content creators and stuff. I want to get as many eyeballs on this to create, like, it doesn't even have to be me, man. I just want to see more people talk about this because I hate the direction Twitch has gone. I hate the direction Twitch has gone with, like, super crazy IRL streams. It's basically becoming Kick with that. People being like, just the most extremist versions of themselves, the most tribalistic bullshit. And it's not about gaming anymore, man. I remember when people used to fucking play video games on this platform. What the fuck happened to that? Jesus Christ. And Dan Clancy is a huge part of this. He's an absolutely huge part of this. And then, like, he's the one who made a lot of the big decisions about security. He doesn't give a fuck. He was out partying during TwitchCon, like, the entire time. It's insane. Dude already knows he's getting fired? I don't know, maybe like, if that's true, I mean, I would only be happy to get fired. But, like, I mean, like I said, share with your friends. Kick is horrible? Yeah, exactly. Is gonna get a lot worse to be Kick? Well, no, Jacka, some of the IRL streams is, like, rage baiting Kick bullshit. Like, it's not as bad as Kick, sure. But, like, it's getting there, bro. It's not a good direction over the past couple of years. It's not a good direction. Now, there are good IRL creators. S-Fan is a great example of a good IRL creator. Someone who's not an asshole, and he's, like, doing fun content. So Speed is another good creator. But, like, there's really not that many. Most of the people who do, like, IRL main content are fucking dicks. And apparently at TwitchCon, everyone was just clip farming and, like, fucking around with each other and being annoying and stuff. I am so glad I didn't go to TwitchCon. I'm so fucking glad. Everyone on Twitter was like, oh, the vibes are off, man. And they were, like, talking about, like, how it's become, like, this IRL, like, clip farming session and stuff. And it's, like, the weirdest fucking thing, man. Cons are supposed to be about coming together. That's what it's supposed to be about. It's a convention. I don't understand what the fuck happened. And no, that's what I'm saying. I do understand what the fuck happened. Dan Clancy happened. That's what happened. Anyway,
I think it was
sorry,
end of February 2024. This is the reason why this happened. All right. I uploaded this video called Huge Streaming Drama. Now, the reason I uploaded this video,
what was this video about?
Because it was February 27th. I had a sponsor and I wanted to make a lot of money. So I uploaded a video that talked about really not much. It was a filler video, but Hasan saying that streaming is harder than a 9-to-5.
I remember this. Holy shit. Guys, did you know that streaming is harder than working in concrete? Did you know that streaming is harder than being an electrician? Streaming is harder than being on an oil rig, guys. Fucking dumbest shit I ever heard. One of the worst takes to ever come out of, like, a just chatting stream ever was that streaming is harder than a 9-to-5 job. Bro, I work 14 hours a fucking day at my day job. I do streaming to relax. Like, this is my relaxation. If it was harder than a 9-to-5 job, Jesus fuck. Streamer is harder than being alive. Exactly. Like, if someone said that streaming is mentally difficult and it is mentally draining, I agree with you. But if you're going to say it's harder than a 9-to-5 job, that's insane. That is insane. Is there a lot that goes into streaming? Yeah. Is it a very complicated hobby? Absolutely. But streaming is harder than a 9-to-5 job? Fucking insane. And I was taking care of my dad during this time. So, I was working with my dad and everything like that. This was before my dad was in the hospital. So I never made a video about this. But I did remember hearing about this. And it was fucking nuts, man. I really wish I made a video about it.
And then
I
went on to do
but I really wish I did.
Sponsored ad read. I forget for what sponsor. And then filled up some bullshit, called it a day, made some money. Easy gig until Hasan reacted to it on stream. And then the video got a bit brigaded by Hasan.
Right. Hasan fans hated Ludwig for this. Yeah, I did the 9-to-5 and I'd much rather stream. Exactly. Yeah, same. Dude, I would love to make streaming a full-time thing. I would love to. Like, you know, you guys being in here and everything like that. This is living my dream. If I could do this full time, I would. Abso-fucking-lutely. And oh my God, it would be such a relief. 100%. Brigaders are cringe of every kind? Yeah. Gatekeepers, brigaders, absolutely. 100%. And Hasan is the worst ones.
And the
arguably.
sponsors, not so happy these days. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
When Hasan.
Yeah. All the sponsors. Let me see if I can bring that out. Sponsors and ads leaving Twitch. This was a huge thing about 5 months ago. It was like 1/4 of ads or something like that died on Twitch. It was absolutely insane. I can tell you my ad revenue died by like about 1/4 something, which is, you know, a significant amount. Because, like, you know, I don't have, like, you know, I don't ever require subs and stuff. And you know, Devin Nash made a big post about it. I'll bring that up. It was a very good post. Twitch is in an advertising nightmare situation, and it was because of all the extremist political bullshit that's going on all sides. And because of that reason, you know, like, they were talking about it on Congress, on Capitol Hill, and everything like that. And then, like, you know, this happened to YouTube, and YouTube had its adpocalypse, and now Twitch is having the same thing. And this is one reason that you're seeing all kinds of, like, craziness happen on Twitch, where, you know, you guys are getting, like, way too many ads and stuff. This is why. They're trying to overcome the lack of quality of ads with more quantity. They're basically, like, shoving more ads to you guys. And, like, you know, pre-roll ads and, you know, mid-tier ads and so on, and all that shit. That's happening because of, and it's being exacerbated because of the adpocalypse that happened on Twitch. And Devin Nash, he's one of the GOATs. This guy is a literal, like, marketing genius who worked in esports. He owns CLG. He worked in marketing. He has his own ad agency, so he knows about ads. And he does, like, you know, influencer marketing and everything like that. And he's made millions and millions of dollars doing this in the gaming world. And he streams on Twitch every so often, makes YouTube videos every so often. He's one of the GOATs. I've been listening to this guy since he was a fucking owner of CLG, because I was a big fan of CLG. Got the email for what, Parker? But yeah, so, gotcha. Perfect. Yeah, PM that to me, Parker, about the caller, about Hasan's caller shit. Yeah, I definitely want to see caller gate. People call it caller gate. Yeah. But yeah, Devin Nash is like an absolute, like, he knows everything there is to know. I know a little bit because I work in business. That's my day job. But Devin Nash lives and breathes influencer marketing and all this. Like, he owns a marketing influencer agency. Did it twice over. And all kinds of stuff. Like, he is the literal GOAT of this. So when he says, like, you know, this is why the adpocalypse is happening and stuff, this is why. And if you guys want to see that, I will link Devin Nash's post in the discussion below, so definitely grab that. Unlike 90% of fucking YouTube videos, I actually source my material. So, absolutely check that out and read it. And, you know, maybe I'll make it if you guys want. If you guys want, let me know in the comments below if you want a video about Twitch's adpocalypse and why Dan Clancy has made ads worse for Twitch and the adpocalypse situation, so on and so forth. And I'll talk about it. If you want me to talk about the entire situation, you don't want to read Devin Nash's tweet and, like, you know, digest it, because he's a business guy, so it's a little thick. He doesn't translate it well to, like, you know, layman all the time, particularly amazingly. That's, like, his big downfall. It's not really a big downfall. He does a good job. But, like, you know, if you want some more simple information about it, I am happy to make a video about it. So let me know that in the comments below. And, of course, if you like the content, give this video a like, a sub, share it with your friends as we continue.
Comes up
Thank
for
you, Parker.
sponsored deliverables. So I took it down. All right. I uploaded the sponsor at a later date, and then I re-uploaded the video. But because of that, I inserted myself.
By the way, this is what you should do. Removing the sponsored ad is like the most normal thing ever for anyone who's actually sponsored regularly to do. If I'm working in my business and a client says, you know, I have a ad in the newspaper. No one reads the newspaper. It's not something that actually happens. But let's just say we're back in, like, you know, 1990, And newspapers are ubiquitous, and everyone uses newspapers, and there's ads in newspaper that everyone sees. That's like the main way to market now. So like, say I have an ad in the newspaper, and a client, and I use like client references. You know, Jim Bob from down the road said I'm really good at my job, and I have that quote. And Jim Bob calls me up, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with you putting that." What do? You take it out. It's really that simple. It's a very similar type of situation with a sponsored ad when you're making a video, especially about a different thing. So, you know, like, you know, you've seen those videos where, like, they're talking about a game or something like that, and it'll have like a little ad read in the middle about, like, Factor 75 meals, or what's another common one? The fucking, like, browsers that have ad blockers in them, and so on and so forth. You know, if that's the case, and the advertiser is not comfortable with the content of your video, like you curse too much, or you're saying something extreme, or whatever like that, you say, no worries, let me take it down, take the sponsorship out, and put the video back up. The most normal thing ever. Yeah, you can even do it without re-uploading. Exactly. Well, it's a little weird, Jacka, because if you take out a section, I've had to do this for like music DMCAs. If like a game trailer has some like DMCA music or whatever, if I try to take it out, it screws up the audio. So oftentimes it's better for me to take out the video completely, you know, fuck with the, you know, audio on my end, and then put it back up. I've had to do that a lot. So yeah. Like they do have it on YouTube, but it's not a good system yet. It's not really user friendly. I will say that. And it, like, you know, it takes like, it's honestly faster to re-upload it than it is to, you know, mess with it as the video's there. Now, if you have the video and it's been up for weeks, and then you get like a DMCA or something like that, then you want to just not take it down and like mess with the algorithm and stuff like that. So it depends on the situation. But yeah, they do have it.
Into some shit.
You're right.
That has been with me for 18 months. Bitch move, maybe, but I also don't care to die on the...
Hasan superfans are calling the most normal business practice a bitch move. Are we fucking insane? There's a quote, and I love this quote. If you want, this is like this is something I used for esports. When esports was having its big issue being taken seriously as a sport and so on and so forth, I told everyone involved in esports, my friends, people who watch esports, and so on and so forth, that were acting like unhinged fucking lunatics, death threats, and, you know, all kinds of bullshit. I was like, if you want esports to be taken seriously, you have to fucking take yourself seriously. This is a very similar situation. If you want, you know, Hasan bullshit to be taken seriously, you have to be a normal fucking human being and take yourself seriously. If someone is doing the most normal business practice to ever be practiced, as in listening to a sponsor and taking out the sponsorship ad for something that they're not comfortable with having their video be a part of, you just do it. Every fucking company has done this. This is not some crazy shit, man. This is really not that crazy. I don't get it, man. What the fuck? They're getting mad at Ludwig for this? Jesus fucking Christ. We have lost the plot, man. Oh my God, we've lost the plot. This is fucking nuts. And Will, how you doing, buddy? So good to see you, man. As you can tell, I'm mid-rant.
Ludwig Blankies.
I don't think I was like making a poignant statement about how I disagree with Hasan's politics. I think it was the equivalent of, haha, Hasan said 9 to 5s are easier than streaming. Anyway, check out this sponsor. So it's not like...
Yeah, and the sponsor wasn't happy, probably, with his, you know, sponsorship, whatever it was. Let's just say Factor or whatever. And it was like, you know, next to Hasan, who has said politically extreme statements. This is why, you know, Hasan doesn't get sponsor streams. This is exactly why, you know, Asmongold, who's on the other side, they clash all the time on Twitter and stuff. So they think a lot of things opposite. This is why Asmongold doesn't get sponsorships. I don't get sponsorships because every time I talk about a video game and Ubisoft sucking dick, I say Ubisoft sucks dick. I'm not sponsorable. That's fine. I live on this hill. This is why you guys like me. I say it how it is. But certain things are not sponsorable. And that is okay. You don't get mad at Ludwig for taking on a sponsor. This is crazy talk.
A moral hill.
I bet you can still get a sponsor? Probably not. Jack, no game has ever sponsored me, bro. No game has ever sponsored me.
Very easy. Die on. It was, hey, I don't want to deal with a brigading from Hasan fans.
Exactly.
I'm here to do this for a paycheck, so let me delete it. Was it the right move to make? Probably not, but it's the move I...
It was absolutely, completely the right and most normal move. This wasn't some extremist move or anything like that. It wasn't some giant stand. This was like, the sponsor wasn't comfortable, cut out the sponsor. That's it. That's fucking it. Jesus Christ, people are insane.
I made at the time. It is what it is.
What is going
on? Hung up on it. That was 18 months ago.
18 months ago.
Because of that.
18 months and people are still yapping about this. A year and a half ago, bro. A year and a half ago, my dad was not even in the hospital. Jesus Christ. I wish I could go back to a year and a half ago.
Again, 18 months ago, I had dealt with people who now thought that, hey, Hasan messaged me. He made the boss call. I had to take down the video. That's not what happened. You can believe me or not believe me. I really don't care. But I swear on my mother's life, who I love more dearly than any human on this earth, Hasan has never asked me to take down a video. And I did not do that because he asked me to. It never just...
Ludwig has no reason to lie here. Because what is Occam's razor? The most normal fucking opinion, the most normal reason for something to happen is the right reason for something, is the actual reason. That's what Occam's razor is, right? So there's no reason for Ludwig to lie here. What I'm talking about, with how normal sponsorships work and everything like that, that's how normal sponsorships work. There's no reason for him to lie here. Sponsor wasn't, happy about his content being next to Hasan, took it out. That's it. It's really that simple. It's really that simple.
It just never happened, right? It didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Most obvious and simple solution is the actual solution.
I don't care.
Exactly.
That just is the fact. I think a lot of people are under the impression that Hasan operates a cabal of LA streamers and is an all-powerful being, and that's why people don't speak out.
Well, one thing is true. If you talk negatively about Hasan, watch. I'll put this video up on YouTube in the next few days. Guys, how much you want to bet that the negative comments will be unhinged psychoses from Hasan superfans? Those will be the negative comments on this video. We will cover Callergate, and I'll put that video up. Look at the comments, and you will see the most unhinged shit being said. And it will be the usual suspects. Watch. I'll put that bet out. We'll see. Prove me wrong, Hasan fans. Prove me wrong. I could show my DMs on stream and get banned for it because of language that you fuckers have used in death threats to me for speaking out against Hasan being psychotically super extremist, for having terrorists on a stream, things like that. And you guys have death threatened me on fucking Twitter DMs. Suck my dick. I know I'm right. I'll be ready with popcorn. Yeah, exactly. Another semi-common way of saying it, when you hear hooves, you think horses, not zebras. That's actually a really good point. Wait, I like that. I've never heard that one. That's good. I don't know
where this delusion comes from. The culture war was won by the right-wingers in the November election of 2024. It is more popular to hate on Hasan than to stand by him.
That is true.
For some reason,
it is more popular now.
People are under the impression that the inverse is true. It's just not true.
It is kind of true on social media for Twitter and Twitch. I will say that. A little bit of pushback against him right now. Because, right now, if you're against, dude, if you say something I don't know, vaguely right-wing, then you will have, probably more people on YouTube and Twitch agreeing with you than not agreeing with you. People on Hasan's side, I'm a left centrist. This is my politics, all right? I don't talk about politics. I never will, because I fucking, come on stream to relax with you guys and enjoy. But I'm quite a bit centrist than most people, think or anything like that. But I'm left centrist. I'm left on, a whole bunch of social issues and things like that. And so on and so forth. But as you guys are, as is pretty obvious from anyone who actually knows me in chat and everything like that, you guys know me. So, but like I said, I'm very centrist. That is way too center for Hasan's cronies. Because of that, they think I'm right wing. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. What intense political debate isn't relaxing? Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's always a headache, man. I come on here to fucking play video games. That is why I stream. Sometimes I rant about video games. That is it. That's the extent of what I do. I don't want to hear some bullshit. I don't want to hear some, like, you know, fucking yapping about, like, oh, who said what and did what and blah, blah, blah. I mean, sometimes I'll go on Twitter and rant about that shit, but that's it. And my Twitter is completely disconnected. No one reads my Twitter anyways. I don't give a fuck. And, you know, the only people who read my Twitter are fucking, you know, insane people that are pissed off at me and send me death threats. That's why I never look at my DMs. If you ever want to reach me, never use Twitter DMs. I'll never read them. I'll never fucking read them. I just don't think people should be electrocuting their pets on the stream. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, that's the thing. Hasan fans are so crazy that apparently I've gotten, let me see. I'm just looking at the sources. I haven't looked at them yet. I have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have like 7, 8 different sources for Collargate, and I've not looked at a single one yet. That is pretty, like, you know, at least numbers-wise, pretty overwhelming evidence about, like, at least, you know, something is fucking up here, bro. Something crazy happened with, you know, this asshole electrocuting their dog like a fucking psychopath, right? It's just numbers-wise. We don't know the quality of the sources or something like that. I'll watch it on stream with you guys at some point. But, like, you know, just numbers-wise, that's a pretty obvious stance. Like, it's happened. And as a result of that, if you say on Twitter, Hasan Kaya, let's just look it up. Let's see if this is the case. Hasan Kaya. You will get people defending Hasan over and over and over again. You'll get a lot of people talk about memes and stuff like that about him shocking his dog and everything. Wait, he took his dog to a protest? Is it fucking insane? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so, yeah, apparently it's pretty overwhelming evidence, guys. Jesus Christ. We're gonna look at it all. But, like, what the fuck is this cartoon? All right, we're definitely gonna look at this cartoon. Jesus Christ. He has a fucking insane electric hat on it. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? But anyways, so, like, if you're shocking your dog, it's a bad thing. It's just bad. Don't do it. Why is this so crazy to say, bro? Why? Why is this so crazy to say? The Raiden edit? I didn't see the Raiden edit. Yeah. We'll look at it all. But what I'm saying is, like, it's not that crazy of a thing to say don't do it. But if you say don't do it on Twitter, you're going to get fucking angry DMs from people telling you to kill yourself in various different ways. It's fucking insane.
True. If you don't believe me, watch Ninja stream and he goes, check this out, shock dog. Bleh.
5 big years.
And it's the most viral thing he has done in the past, like, 3 years.
Boom.
What the
fuck?
What
are we talking about here?
That's
we're
insane.
Acting like it's popular to defend Hasan or some shit. All right, and I don't understand why. Now, coming clean politically, I don't know if you guys know much about me. I share probably a decent amount of politics with Hasan. Not everything. I'm not a socialist. I like making money. I'm a fucking CEO here. But, you know, some other maybe.
He likes making money.
I'm also not even friends with Hasan. Legitimately, I'm not. He's not.
And this is why people are getting angry. He's reaching behind the veil. He's showing behind the veil and being like, honestly, not really friends with him. I thought they were friends until this, actually. This is crazy. So this is why people are pissed. I think this is why people are pissed.
Someone that I invite to, like, my birthday or things like that.
He's a coworker, not a friend.
I've done streams with, and I think they were fun. He's a streamer friend is the group I call. But we're not boys. My boys are fucking Slime, Aiden, Nick, the people that I hang out with actually on a week-to-week basis.
I can tell you one thing. I've not done many collabs on Twitch because collabs on Twitch are inherently fucking dumb a lot of times. The people that want to clamor for collabs over and over and over again are not always, but usually the fakest fucks out there. They are the first person to stab you in the back as soon as you say something they even slightly disagree with. 1,000,000%, I can tell you this. I've been in, like, you know, giant streaming discords and things like that. You know, everything that every streamer does, try to market themselves or whatever. I've done all that shit. these giant groups of streamers and stuff, it's the most toxic, fucking fake ass, stupid ass bullshit of all time. And the larger a streamer gets, usually the fucking faker they get. Usually, not always, but obviously, like, I can tell you, there's a reason. If you look on my friends list on Twitch, the people that I follow, following lists and stuff like that, the streamers that I actually watch, the vast majority of them are streamers my size. They're essentially what amounts to the small streamer community, people under 50 viewers or whatever. They're still real people. I still talk to them. I'm good friends with them. I'm friends with a few streamers. Very few large streamers are on that list. There are a couple. There are a couple that I watch and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? This guy still seems like a decent human being. The Best Jared, he's a partner streamer. He's a great guy. Coke Carnage is another example I've talked about many times. Coke Carnage is a real guy. I love him dearly. Great content creator. Just a fucking gamer, man. Just give me some fucking games. Very few large streamers are like that. And this is a big reason why. When you go into any of these types of things, but very few streamers, when you go into like a large, because I've done like, you know, big streaming discussions, streaming panels, you know, things like that. I used to do those things all the time. And I've met some real people on there. I met, Leanne on there. And Leanne's been one of my good friends for like literally 6 years at this point. I've been streaming for 6 years. I met her in like my, you know, third week of streaming or whatever. And it was really, really nice. I got really lucky. But like I can tell you, she's like the only person in that entire group that I still interact with or talk to. Why? Because everyone else fucking disappeared off the face of the earth. They don't give a fucking rat's ass about me, and that's fine. I don't expect them to. But very few people will actually give a shit about you in the streaming world until they've proven themselves to be a true friend. And I can tell you, the collab groups are not that. The collab groups, they're looking for you to give them an edge up in marketing or something somehow. Usually. Not always, but usually. Sometimes you get lucky and it's a group of just goofy-ass friends playing Peak together or MOBAs or whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck the multiplayer game trend is of that time. Phasmophobia for a while. You know, that kind of thing. And that's great. That's fine. That's just fine and dandy. But a lot of times, the big groups that you see streaming together for the very large streamers, they're not even friends. Remember the Dr. Dick Respect situation. And when Dr. Dick Respect was found out to be a fucking pedo and like messaging young girls and being weird and shit like that, and essentially lost his YouTube channel for it and everything like that. Remember that entire situation? Tim the Tat Man and who were the other guys? I don't even remember their names. They're the other COD bros that play with him and everything like that. They all dumped him like a sack of bricks. They're like, dude, we've played some video games with the guy, and that's it. We've collabed with the guy. We're not his friend. We don't really know him. Fuck that guy. That's how most, like, you know, large streamers are. That right there was so indicative of how large streamers are. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is coworker, not a friend. So it looks like this is one of those situations. And Hasan fans are like, no, you're his best friend. Why are you forsaking him? This is, you know, not that shocking to me, bro. Not that shocking to me.
When I retire, I will never speak to 95% of the streamers I collab with again. Hasan.
Wow. He's saying fuck y'all. So Ludwig is just straight up saying fuck y'all.
As part of that group.
Wow.
This is just the reality.
This is a spicy meatball.
Connor, I'm an actual friend with. Connor, I would actually speak with after. But most streamers, I wouldn't. It's just true. They wouldn't go to my funeral. I wouldn't go to their funeral.
This is not true. This is not true. They would absolutely go to Ludwig's funeral and farm it for content. They would make a thumbnail with Ludwig. It'd be grayed out, and it would say, it's over. They'd be like, the legend is gone. You know, rip Ludwig. I knew Ludwig for 15 years, and here's what happened. I'm just, like, making the YouTube fucking, you know, thumbnails and titles in my head for as clickbaity as possible. Genuinely. Oh my God. That's a Kick thing, not a Twitch thing? That is not true, Diddles. Bro, that is not true. The amount of backstabbing that has happened for like the large creators is insane, bro. The amount of backstabbing that's happened for my size creator, Diddles, is insane. There's a reason I only watch the people I watch. And you know, the friends that I, because they're my actual friends. I don't give a fuck about every random streamer out there. I don't give a fuck about 99% of random streamers out there. I only watch the people I actually like. That's it. Literally it. That's all I have time for. But most people act like they're your friend, Diddles. And you're a streamer. You're you know, you're a small streamer. You should know this. That, like, be aware. Be wary. These people that you think are your friends, Dids, they will fucking drop you at an instant. At a fucking instant. You used to stream. I don't know if you still stream, but yeah, you used to stream. Like, they will drop you at a drop of a hat. If it gave them one more concurrent viewer. One more. The amount of people that came on here into this community acting like they're my best friend, they're my, you know, the love of my life, they want to be my friend forever, you know, they you know, will go to bat for me, blah, 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 and how they've disappeared and shit like that. That's the normal person. That is a normal streamer. Oh, you said one thing I don't like. Oh, you played a game I don't like. Oh no, Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, that means you're a transphobe because J.K. Rowling, even though the game was made by people who don't like J.K. Rowling, that shit happened. That was my big fucking red pill moment, man. Black pill moment, whatever. Black pill, red pill, I don't fucking know. Black pill moment. As soon as that happened and seeing all that toxic shit, I'm raising $500 fucking dollars of Trans Lifeline charity playing that game. And you think I'm a transphobe because I played fucking Hogwarts Legacy? Suck my fucking dick. That was the moment that I knew that most people on this fucking website are fake as shit as streamers. And it was the people who did that, by the way, all of them were streamers. All of them were performative fucking streamers that was like, hey, look at me. I'm so good. I'm so good. I blocked this guy. They made fucking people on, they made fucking posts on Twitter about it and shit like that. I said, suck my fucking dick. You think I don't give a fuck? Suck my fucking dick. Did you raise $500 for the Trans Lifeline charity? No, you did not. Fucking useless ass bitch. Yeah. Stand by those haters? Exactly. Hasan asked me about that game when it came out. There are people who made the game that deserve a paycheck. People don't have the same views as J.K. Rowling. Exactly. One of the main side characters in that game is a trans character. Literally, the character is trans, voiced by a trans voice actress, and did a great job. And great little side quest. Fucking fantastic side quest. And they're trying to act like I'm a transphobe for playing that? I remember that crash out, man. They made, like, VTubers fucking quit VTubing with all the hate they were spewing. And I'm supposed to listen to these folks? Suck my fucking dick. Suck my... Fakest fucking people. Fakest fucking people, man. They'll drop you at a fucking drop of a hat. Hufflepuff, sure, I'm drop kicking them. Yeah, exactly. Diddle's eyes see red every time I wear my Hufflepuff tie. Duality, how you doing, buddy? What is that? The crash. Wait, is that Hasan? What the fuck? This is the... I have never seen this. Why is his mouth huge? That looks unhinged. I have never seen that emote, bro. Oh my god. That is crazy.
We would never speak again. The same thing that you would experience if you ever worked like a job and then retired from said job or moved on to a different job. So anyway, this is the reality. So back to the first question, why don't I upload on Mogul Mail? Why don't I do it? And if you followed me, if you're actually a fan of me.
Wait, is the Hasan shit why he doesn't, you know, upload on Mogul Mail anymore?
Know the reason. You know the reason. In fact, if you look, this is 2023. All right, this is the peak
look at the link I sent
for Mogul Mail.
I haven't looked at any of the links yet.
One of these little dots here is an upload. If it says a number, that's 3 uploads, 1 upload, 2 uploads, 5 uploads, 2 uploads. I uploaded something like 70 times in 2023. Okay, 2024.
It's a lot of videos.
Around, I still uploaded a little bit.
Not as much as me. 550 videos in under 2 years. 550 videos in under 2 years. YouTube.
But I have the amount of uploads. I uploaded maybe 35 something.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Okay. And then this year, I've uploaded one video. And I'm telling you right now, I'm never going to upload a video again. I've thought about it. I've almost cracked here and there.
And it's
after
because of
internal
Hasan.
reflection,
Jesus.
I'm never going to upload a video on Mogul Mail again.
That's
Now,
crazy.
why? Is it because I am shackled by Hasan? Well, no. Even the video that you might be referencing that I took down where I mentioned Hasan in February was months before I stopped uploading. I uploaded.
Oh, so it's not related.
Of videos.
This is so disjointed.
So that doesn't really make much.
So he went into this entire tirade to say it has nothing to do with Mogul Mail. Okay. All right. So that's why. And if you look at the comments, everyone is pissed at him, bro. Masterful Fence Sit. Well, not all of them. But yeah, a lot of people are pissed. Oh, I'm surprised Cutie is letting him say stuff. Bro. Dude, anyone who's pissed off at Cutie Cinderella doesn't understand how real relationships work. Like, you think Cutie Cinderella is happy about all this shit either? No, every time Hasan says something absolutely fucking insane, Cutie's probably also shaking her head being like, what the fuck, man? Because she knows she's fucking lassoed to this shit as well. It's insane. You look at this. I mean, oh, he's so spineless. Oh, he would hide a zombie bite. Oh, he's a rat. Oh my God. It's just crazy. The level of insanity. Absolutely insane. This is like from months ago. This is a completely different situation. But yeah, like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. And they absolutely fucking hate him now. And what happened was he has absolutely proven his point in spades. Every single person who's crashing the fuck out at a very normal situation. I'm not friends with other top streamers. That's really not uncommon. But he showed behind the veil. And every fucking fan on Twitter of these large streamers is inherently psycho-parasocial. Well, they're on Twitch as well, Duality, but like, I interact with the Twitterverse because I don't watch any of these sites on Twitch. I don't fucking watch Hasan on Twitch. I don't fucking watch any extremist bullshit on Twitch because all I like to watch are my friends who game. That's it. That's literally it. I'm a very simple man. If someone is a gamer and they're gaming something cool, I'll check them out. If someone is, my friend and they're not even playing a game I like, I'll still check them out because they're my friend. But if someone is not my friend, not playing a cool game, I'm not going to watch them. So in order to like even remotely interact with that part of the world, the just chatters, the IRL streams, all that stuff, Twitter is the only place for me to do that. So that's why I use Twitter as my source for all these things. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Duality. I totally get that. I would recommend never watching those people. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. And most people don't. We will talk about this in just a few minutes, actually, because there's a huge moving lexicon now on Twitch of people like me and like CapCorgiTV. CapCorgiTV is kind of the champion of this movement now. He kind of made himself that with his big tweet that went viral and everyone's pissed off at him now. Of Twitch used to be about playing video games. Listen, sources alt-right Twitter, Jesus Christ. And like people just wanting to play video games. You're my friend. Absolutely, Duality. Absolutely. And like, that's the thing. Literally, that is too much for people. It is not crazy to think that Twitch would be better off with far less of the bullshit, far less the noise, far less of the Kaisenats, like, doing backflips with like celebrities and shit like that. And far, these content drama houses like FaZe Clan, doing the most unhinged, stupid shits ever. Like, oh my God, dude. Far less of that shit and far more about normal people playing some fun fucking video games. And most people on Twitch are starting to like really come out with that opinion. Because we've seen the unhinged shit. And we're like, yeah, it's exhausting. It's just exhausting. Because like, you could agree, dude, Twitch and Twitter, Twitch, just in general, the Twitch world is the only fucking place where I could say 99 things that you would agree with. And if I say one fucking thing you don't agree with, you're going to think I'm a fucking psychopath. You're going to tell me to kill myself. This is the only fucking thing. It's political side bullshit. It is the only thing. You will never 100% agree with anyone you talk to, nor should you. People are not monoliths. If you think people are monoliths, you don't know people. You need to go outside. You're terminally online. You need to touch some fucking grass. You need to talk to some actual people. You need to get some actual life experience. That is absolutely the truth. I will always tell you the truth with that, man. Holy fuck. People are crazy about this shit now. And I remember when Twitch didn't used to be like this. It wasn't that long ago. I've only been on Twitch for 6 years. It really wasn't that long ago. But somewhere along the way of Dan Clancy, you know, basically being part of that crowd, it's insane. Exactly, Parker. Most people you will disagree with, even on a lot of issues. But if they're nice and they're normal and they're funny and they're fun, you'll still watch them. I don't agree with 99% of probably a couple of streamers that I watch. That's fine. I'm not trying to watch them for their political opinion. I'm trying to watch them because they're a nice person playing a cool fucking game. It's really not that difficult. This is how normal people in the world work. You don't go across the street to your favorite bakery before you buy a fucking pastry or a cinnamon roll or some bullshit. You're, hey, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote? What do you think on this issue? You don't go like that. That's for some fucking bullshit. You're going for a fucking cinnamon roll. You're not going for some fucking bullshit. Can we go back to old Twitch? That was way better. Exactly, Redmond. That is why I'm saying that all of this unhinged shit that you're seeing, all of this shit, people crashing out on Twitter to like a normal human being who's giving the most milquetoast, frankly, pretty normal take. Oh, I just took out the sponsored portion. Hasan doesn't own me. I'm not actually his friend. This is not actually some crazy shit. He didn't say anything against Hasan. He didn't say I hate Hasan. He didn't say I inherently disagree with Hasan. None of those things. He said I agree with Hasan 99% of things. But he basically said your fans are fucking unhinged. And the one time he disagreed with me, they made my life a living hell for 18 months. And he's like, I'm done with it. It's really not that crazy. It's really not that crazy, man. Oh my God. That's basically my thoughts. What do you guys think in the comments below? I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that Ludwig is right? Do you think Ludwig is wrong? Do you think that he is a fucking fake friend, even though he said he's not his friend, and was very open about that? Do you think that Cutie Cinderella should leave him? Oh my God, I can't believe Cutie thinks this. Why is Cutie still with him? There's like, fucking things like that. It's people are crazy, man. They have no idea how relationships work, man. It's absolutely insane. And of course, it's the most single fucking bitch that'll be typing this shit, man. It's the most single fucking bitch. It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now we'll look at the email another day, Parker. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I think I just gave a pretty normal take. Like I said, I remember when this site used to be about fucking gaming, man. I remember when it used to be about fucking gaming. Ludwig is funny? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the duality. Ludwig is the one who saved Smash Bros. People forget. Dude is a true blue gamer. I mean, very, very narrow set of games. He doesn't play many games, but Smash Bros. Is one of them. I'm a big Smash guy. He's the one who basically revitalized the entire Smash community. That's what I care about. I don't give a fuck what his politics are. Even though, according to him, left center, I probably agree with him on 99% of his shit. But that's the thing. He's the one who saved Smash Melee. Every fighting game creator, every FGC fan should be sucking his dick. Because he's the only one who created fighting game content for years until it's finally started to come back. As in the largest creator that did that. He's the one who's funded tournaments. When Nintendo hated him, was trying to DMCA him, he was still funding Smash tournaments. This takes some balls. He put his dick on the line for something that he cared about. I respect that. I respect that. That's the Ludwig I know. That's the Ludwig I care about. Because that's the gamer Ludwig. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.